Hi everybody, and welcome back to Hex Token channel. I hope you guys are going to enjoy this. You know how we roll. This is the daily update, hex.com. Let's go and look at the highlights. So hot off the press, day 759, the 30th of December 2021. We have 1 day left, folks, which we're in at the moment. Wow, for most of us anyway. But it's what is it, New Year's Eve? Pretty amazing. So let's have a 24-hour price after the latest snapshot, 31.642 cents, down 5.5 cents there. Obviously, some people trying to call the top there at 35, and in the local area of the price, and taking some profits there. Let's see how right they are. We're going to watch that very closely over the next couple of maybe next 10 days. It'll be pretty interesting. Return on investment multiplier from all-time low, the 5th of January 2020 is 5,605x. That excludes staking, of course, which is stake and make it. As we say, it's stake it and make it. Payout per T-share, just amazing. Look at this. I'm drooling over this, folks. 6.116. Amazing. 3 of those in a row. We've had 4 over 6 hex per T-share in the last 10 days. It's glorious, glorious. Obviously, we've got about 2 days, I think, left in staking. We'll see. Actually, maybe even 1 day. We'll check that out on the staking there. We had a big candle. A relatively big candle come out today, or modest. It's got a modestly big candle, so we'll check that out too. T-share price, $6,312 to get a T-share, and to get that reward, you need to pay that to get a T-share. Obviously, you can stake longer to get more T-shares. The T-share rate at the moment, 19,948. We need a 52 increase tomorrow to get that. We have a big candle coming out. Let's see whether we can get that 0 today. All right, average state length 6.01, and wow, we're going over 6 years. This is one of the highlights from yesterday. Obviously overshadowed by the PulseX launch, but the long stake length there is a really cool milestone. So take that in, everybody. Annual percentage yield rate interest and early in-state penalties, 38.96%. Beautiful return there. Lovely. All right, liquidity, 113 million hex in the pool. We're up a few million there, and what's that? About 5.5 million, 5.4 million up in the liquidity pool there. Still not a lot of big buyers start coming in, which I'm expecting as well. So liquidity pool, 34.9 million there, and that's in USDC. So some people are taking little profits there today. Liquidity pool, 1,388. Total value locked. Let's look at the valuations. 19.34 billion. The market cap, including the origin addresses, 182.33 billion. Total T-share market cap, 63.3 billion. Obviously, all down with the 5.5 price retracement there. T-shares, 10 million, 661,171, up 21,321. Very cool to see those T-shares in place. Nice. Welcome to the family. Enjoy the party. Anyway, total supply, 637.3 billion. Minted today. That's actually new hex created, 17.9, just under 17.9 million, and circulating supply 576.2, up 98.8. So you can see these big increases in circulating supply. We'd like to see some of that sacrificed. We'd like to see it restaked. We'd like to see it held, get a copy on the PulseChain, and of course less being sold. So obviously today we had a little bit of selling in there, but that's a change in circulating supply. Let's look at the stake supply. 61.1 state. We've had coming out of stake 81 million. The GA numbers, that's held in good accounting, up about 9 million there, and just sitting over $1 billion there in good accounting. So stake percentage 9.59%, payout 65.2 million, and that's deferred inflation. Remember, only comes out when the stakes mature. The penalties 3.5 million, and that's fantastic. Look at these penalties. If you're staking it, you are loving this, folks, and get used to it. Get used to it. There's going to be a lot more penalties in the future at particular periods. As stakes come due. Total stake, especially towards that average year. Total stake is 401,757. Oh my gosh, sorry, holders, I should say. Oh my gosh, folks, look at this. 1,282 holders increase today. Massive. Well done. That's superb. Obviously, PulseX has really spurred that on. As we expected, I said that we'd go into triple numbers again with PulseChain and PulseX. So very, very cool. Current stakers, 73,469, up 136. Nice to see stakers going up with the wallet numbers. And total stakers, 90,749, up 168. So we're in triple digits. Very, very cool. And current holders, 278,802, up 324. Not too bad. All right, let's do today's results, folks. So obviously, the highlight there was the over 6 years now on the average stake, and also the triple-digit increase there in total holders. So nice. Let's jump over to real-time price at the moment. We're going to take away the price prediction chart there, but look at the price at the moment. We had a massive increase yesterday. Obviously, we pulled back to 31.5 at the moment. Some profit takers going in there. And I noticed that they didn't have any hex left. Quite a few of the sellers that we had selling in here sold down their bags. So whether they have stakes or not is another question. Didn't go quite that far, but the ones that I did look at basically emptied their bags there. And let's jump over to, let's put in the price prediction. My production prediction, which is based on slightly different assumptions, is looking pretty good at the moment, isn't it? That green. That was all the way back on the 12th. It's looking pretty good. I thought I'd do that. Obviously, I'm going to do a new price update. So here's the expected launch of earliest late of PulseChain at the moment, but out at early March. So we've got a bit of time there. I might as well put that arrow all the way out there. But I'm going to be doing a new price update. So let's get into that a little bit later. Don't join me for live stream later for that. We're going to get more into that too. All right, let's have a look at the current price, 31.5 cents T-share, $6,284 to get T-share. Obviously, you can stake longer pays better. We've got a bit more balancing in the pool here between USD V2 and V3. And for those not familiar, there are 4 pools on Uniswap, and pretty much about 85% of it is USDC. So looking pretty good. There's 86% in there today. 86% is in the USDC today, so 14% in Ethereum. Let's have a look at the T-share price. This is going up and to the right. You can see that really starting to build a foundation there as it's moving up to its next high. That's what it looks like to me. I see it kind of inevitable now. The hex price moving up, obviously looking pretty good. A little pullback at the moment, and of course the T-share rate up and to the right. Not going to hit 20,000. I think it's we've got an outside chance. We'll see what happens. I'm not going to call it, but we've got 1 day left to see whether we hit that 20,000 this year, or we're going to hit it at the beginning of next year. Adoption up and to the right, really good day with the wallets and good staking numbers. So look at the global share rate. Oh, sorry, the hex payout, obviously spectacular. And it's only going to get better, folks. Going to get better. Those who've got T-shares long term are going to get huge hex payouts, including penalties are going to be massive at certain periods. So going to be cool. All right, so here's the global share rate over 15 years, and we're going to look at the front end here. We're going to do what we normally do and look at the next 5 months. We've got this last big candle. This is the original candle we've had here for a while, and not short-term stakes. Our short-term stake, remember that one that was 12 days that went out here the 28th of February after the PulseX sacrifice period. Interesting, eh? 547 million hex sitting out there, and just under half, 500,000 T-shares. That's cumulative, by the way. That's all the T-shares up here. So let's just look at the hex, 547 million. We've got the last big candle, 829 million hex come out. What's it going to do? Well, let's see. Will it sacrifice? Will it just hold? Will it sell? Will it stake short, medium, long? Of course, this is made up of different people's hex, so we'll see what they all do. And then we've got this modestly big one here. There's half a billion. So they're pretty decent actually. So we've got that big one coming out. That's 82,000 T-shares all up with these two, and we'll see what they do. After that, we're getting into more modest territory, and of course, a big open road all the way through to our next big candle, 9th of May 2022, 1 billion hex coming out there. So looking pretty good, folks. The supply side looking not too bad. Let's see how we can eat up that circling supply with the PulseX sacrifice and the rest of the options that people have I just mentioned. Let's jump over to the Hex Whalebot. Man, oh man, it's got a lot of transactions, so bear with me on this one. We had Stake come out early here. They paid a 2 million penalty. It's part of our penalties. They got 2.3 million hex there. A nice tutorial about hexologist, about how to sacrifice. Also check out the Hodl Dog one. 62 million hex has already been sacrificed. It's nice to see the sacrifice of hex amounts being put in the Whalebot. Very cool. That was 21 hours ago, and 3.5 million hex sacrificed. Very cool. 20 hours ago. We've got 17 million hex instated after 274 days. Cool. 10 million hex sacrificed 18 hours ago. 7 million. Very, very cool. Remember, do not sacrifice from an exchange. You must sacrifice from your own wallet if you want credit. Let's take that into account. 5.3 million hex sacrificed 17 hours ago. 10 million matured after 100 days. So Hex, 4 million Hex sacrifice 17 hours ago. Nice to see all this big Hex sacrifice, right? 1.8 million just bought 16 hours ago. 344,000 US dollars stake for 10 years, 150 shares, T shares. Nice, well done to them. And 1.5 million Hex just sold 12 hours ago. 1 million just sold 11 hours ago. So we're starting to get these sellers in now. 27.8 million Hex in staked after 34 days, one of these short-term Hex OGs staking, and 1 million Hex just sold on Uniswap 10 hours ago. So this is where we're getting some of our sell pressure. 1.4 million bought 10 hours ago though. 1.4 million bought 9 hours ago. Nice. And 17.8 million Hex sacrifice. It's a big one, eh? And 727,800 Hex bought on Uniswap. Nice, 7 hours ago. 3 million Hex sacrificed 7 hours ago. 1 million Hex sacrificed 7 hours ago. 3 million Hex sacrificed 6 hours ago. 3 million Hex sacrificed 6 hours ago. So nice sacrifices in there for sure. 841 million Hex, 841,000 Hex just sold on Uniswap 5 hours ago. So we get some of our sellers in again. Lots of these sacrifices, 4 million, 3 million, 7 million. Very, very cool. And those are all just in the last 5 hours, 4 hours, and 33 minutes. So 33 minutes ago, 7.2 million sacrifice. Nice. So that is the whale bot, folks. Thanks for bearing with me on that one. There's a lot of stuff happening there with the sacrifice now. Let's jump over to PulseChain. PulseChain, obviously the goals are cool, super fast, super cheap, and of course biggest airdrop in history, biggest yield farming in history, and crypto. So going to be massive. So look at the GitHub. This is where the devs are working. The last updates were 2 days ago on the Go Pulse code and the testnet. Cool. And so let's see how it's running. 4.1 second blocks. So a little bit higher on the blocks. We're up to 139,000 blocks at the moment. And that's where we're at. So the latest block, 1 million, 13,768,101 is the latest block there at the moment. So cool. Let's jump over to PulseX, of course, and PulseX sacrifice. Let's update this and refresh this. We're going to do a live stream later on this, of course, and we can see that we're up to $117,813,949 sacrifices on the Ethereum chain. So we're still waiting for PulseX info. Let's see if that's updated. It can happen anytime. No, that's still not updated yet. So still waiting for that. If you're looking at Bitcoin and other coins on other chains, we're still waiting for PulseX.info DApp to open up. You'll be able to sacrifice through that. But at the moment, we've got the Ethereum and Tron. And of course, Ethereum, you can also sacrifice on related chains like BSC and Polygon in there as well. Hex sitting at $86 million. Wow. Ethereum 16 million, USDC 10, and Tether DAI following after that with even Shiba Inu, Crow, Chainlink, and Rip Bitcoin, Uniswap. So there's your kind of your leaderboard there. Very, very cool. And 9 days now, 23 hours and 27 minutes to go until the 5% increase, folks. Can you believe it? 9 days and 23 hours, 27 minutes to go until the 5% increase. So that gives you plenty of time. You've got plenty of time to get in there. Very, very cool. We're going to talk about that during the live stream. Nice. All right, so let's jump over to the Pulse leads.com. So if you remember Pulse leads.xyz, we had PulseChain. Yeah, I think it's PulseChain PulseChain.xyz. Yeah, we had that, and they gave us updates similar to what this is doing here. Also gave us updates that's going to be in developments coming soon. So we're waiting for that. PulseXlead.com. So you might want to save that to your favorites. They're going to be reporting on the sacrifice too, just like they did for PulseChain, which was a really nice site. All right, it's cool. Let's jump over to Richard Hart. Nothing from Richard Hart at the moment. Let's going to refresh this though. You never know if Richard could have something pop out just before you know it. And let's see if we've got anything there. Yes, we have got an increase there. So we got this. This has just come hot off press 1 minute ago. Good thing I refreshed, eh? The PulseX.info sacrifice is creating a set of people that believe in freedom of movement and assembly, protecting human rights. And I love that because we need to defend that for sure. It's definitely under threat in the West. Sacrifice to prove you believe. Supported and Ethereum, of course, BNB, Bitcoin, ADA, AVAX, DAI, USD, Dodge, XRP, Shiba, Polygon, Litecoin, TRX, and many more. So very, very cool. So it's got the steps here, of course. PulseX sacrifice is creating a set of people that believe freedom of movement and assembly. And you've got, if you're sending on the following networks, you can use the main address, the OX0751. So that's pretty cool. Now, obviously, these Bitcoin and stuff, we're waiting for the PulseX info site to update, and we saw that that is not updated as yet for other for the full DApp, so you can do Bitcoin. So we're still waiting for that. It might be out pretty imminently based on this tweet, possibly. There is the official address for Ethereum, of course, OX075 and DDC8 if you want looking to sacrifice. Otherwise, you can wait for the DApp to come out on PulseX.info. Well, let's jump over to the timeline finally. Wow, wow, wow. This is the PulseChain PulseX timeline, and we can see that our rocket has just had to come back down a little bit to earth here, but we're still sitting at what's that? Sitting at 31.5 at the moment, so it's a rocket. And I'm not going too much into this. Of course, I'll be going through this in the live stream. I have got some updates here on the hex scale. We can talk about that in the live stream later on. You want to check that out, and also added a few of the other expos coming out, and a little green one over here that might be happening as well. So we'll look at that too when we get in there. But otherwise, we are moving along testnet 2.0 with the validators, and that's a lot of fun. So definitely check me for the live stream. We're going to talk a bit more for you about some of the little updates that I've done on here with the timeline. Should be pretty cool. Hope you guys enjoyed that once again, and feel free to subscribe, like, share, hit the bell, of course, and I look forward to catching you in the live stream later today. It's only about 2 hours away, I think. Yeah, about 2.5 hours, something like that. Look forward to seeing you then, maybe earlier. All right.